This, my audiophile friends, might be one of the most overlooked products coming to market in 2024. It's from one of the least snake-oily hi-fi companies out there, Lingdorf Audio. It kind of shows in the ultra-conservative design here, not looking like anything that will rip your speakers to shreds, and yet alone 8 of them at the same time. You maybe only need 2 channels right now, but hang on and learn about why it might be very relevant for you anyway, and why this could be the best thing ever in amplification, despite its underplayed looks.
Support those who support honest reviews, folks. These guys are awesome and has a huge selection of accessories shipping worldwide. Check them out, honey. You find them at ev-connection.com.
Let's get the numbers out of the way. The MXA 8400 is around 9,000 euros. That's 1,125 euros per channel, or 2,250 euros for a pair of channels. So the MXA 8400 was primarily created as the ultimate partner to Lingdorf Audio multi-channel processors like this, the MP60 and the MP40 that boast between 12 and 16 channels. But given its amazing technology and versatility, there's absolutely nothing wrong with considering it for hi-fi setups too. With an intelligent power supply and 3.2 kilowatts to go around, this might be the cleanest, most relentless and flexible power amplifier that has come to market. Imagine having this at your disposal for home cinema, bi-amping, speaker systems with active crossovers, or just extra channels for additional speaker zones in your house. Suddenly, the price per channel makes totally sense, right? If you require some extra dBs for whatever insane reason, it can also be bridged on a per channel pair basis for twice the power voltage per channel. And remember, for the same resistance, if you double the voltage, you quadruple the power. The current limit of 25 amps is the same in bridge mode, so only use high impedance 8 ohm speakers when bridging. The number of channels is quite interesting. While most multi-channel amplifiers might have 5 or 7 channels to go around to cover the bed layer in a 5.1 or 7.1 home cinema, the MXA 8400 has 8, as the largest Dolby Atmos installations typically decode 16 channels. With Lingdorf being Lingdorf, they forgot all about trying to dress it up with exotic materials or flashy looks. In fact, the only design flourish, actually, is this simple line in the cabinet that only weighs about 20 pounds. But behind this uptight, conservative exterior lies a ass using revolutionary Eigentakt technology, virtually eliminating any kind of distortion while delivering incredible speed and power. In fact, this amp can literally drain the living daylights out of the power socket and deliver it straight to your speakers if needed, almost without converting any of that power into heat. Not only does this open up new possibilities for the placement of the amp, since you don't have to worry that much about serious heat, it also makes this kind of power much more compact, as no large heat sinks are required. Think of those huge, bulky, old-fashioned amps, more like heat radiators, because that's essentially what they do with most of the power, turning it into heat. Considering the electricity prices here in Denmark, I really prefer the power to turn mostly into music. We've seen countless Class D switching amplifiers hit the market over the last decade. So what makes the Lingdorf MXA 8400 truly special? It's all in the technology and how Lingdorf integrates it with the cutting-edge work from the mad scientists at Purify. Their proprietary tech, known as Eigentakt, which is a German term translating to own pace or own rhythm, refers to the natural rhythm at which a system or process operates most efficiently. Lingdorf ups the game by adding their brand new PowerPerfect power supply to the mix, which uses active power factor correction to align current and voltage waveforms, reducing power losses and improving efficiency even further. This design minimizes electrical noise through advanced filtering, ensuring a clean, stable power supply for the purest sound reproduction. Additionally, it dynamically allocates power to the amplifier stages based on demand, optimizing performance and reducing heat generation. Compared directly to other top-tier switching amplifiers like the Hypex N-Cores, Eigentakt technology offers a superior signal accuracy, stability, and a lower noise floor. The result is heard in a substantial improvement in sound quality and dynamic expression. Eigentakt's advanced thermal management also ensures better heat dissipation and operational efficiency than typical Class D amplifiers, including N-Core. This is truly the next evolution in switching amplifier design. Needless to say, the combined result is something special. Ultra low distortion, an incredible dynamic range, and a substantial power delivery, all while maintaining an exceptionally clean and transparent sound. So what are the actual sonic benefits here? I've been enjoying this amp on many different speakers and in various scenarios. Every time it feels invincible in the signal chain, commanding anything you throw at it. There's no real personality or coloring, no noise, just blazingly fast, clean power delivered to the speakers. This is something you really appreciate with dynamic music. Transients are clearer, the punch is bigger, and it feels like the amp has lungs for days, even when pushed to the limit. We haven't had a speaker in the room that didn't throw in the towel way before the MXA. Holy fuck! Shit! Okay, that was the end stops, right? The amp's clean nature also means zero listening fatigue. In other words, this freak of nature is the endgame-like power amp for anyone seeking absolute purity, speed, and zero distortion. I can't imagine Lingdorf ignoring a stereo version of this technology at some point, but at this price point, if you need limitless power for home cinema or extra channels for those advanced stereo setups, it's a no-brainer. With the serious muscle it has, Lingdorf engineers opted for Speakon speaker connectors, the same type used in exotic Steinway Lingdorf systems I had the pleasure of listening to on this channel. It's a professional, rock-solid locking connector, but it can be cumbersome if you're using banana plug cables or want to switch between amps all the time like I do. The solution? Get some adapters if you need the flexibility of banana plugs or stripped wire. Another minor challenge is that the input signal to the amp is XLR only. There's no single-ended inputs here, which can be an annoying limitation if your connecting equipment does not have it together with the limited input gain adjustment available. The amp does feature a sensitivity selector, which is a great idea since Lingdorf equipment operates with very high-level outputs that don't always match well with most consumer equipment. Unfortunately, this setting applies to all inputs at once, reducing the flexibility. It would have been great to have more granular control, adjusting inputs individually for each channel. Lastly, there's an undisclosed input module slot that could potentially support a future digital AES-67 input, Dante, AES, or similar digital transport, adding even more connectivity to this powerhouse. The amp also includes trigger inputs and outputs, allowing for chaining multiple amplifiers. To my knowledge, no alternatives to the MXA 8400 exist in the market using Eigentakt technology like this, aside from stereo amplifiers like the NAD M23, priced at around €3,500, which breaks down to roughly 65% more per channel for similar power output. The Linkdorf MXA is a powerhouse amplifier that delivers unmatched clean and dynamic sound. While its design may be understated for some, its performance is everything but. If you value power, clarity, and flexibility in your audio setup, the 8400 really deserves a spot on your shortlist. Its ability to stay cool while delivering limitless power makes it a standout in the high-end amplifier market and a great choice in jam-packed installations. Hang on for the pros, the cons, and the price-value adjusted review score. Tap, tap, tap those like and subscribe buttons, and remember, the world always becomes a better place when we just listen. Come and join me on Patreon. We have candy over there and loads of perks. Link in the link tree in the description. See you next time.